911, state your emergency.
Welcome back to CPRBlogs.com. Again, my name is Roy Shaw, and I am here to talk to you about another part of the series that we're going through regarding how to grow or start my CPR first aid training business. And on this particular topic that I'm going to talk about now, which is a little bit more in depth about effective cold calling or prospecting, I thought, why not just go into some of the people that are doing it all the time and do a quick interview. So I hope this helps, and let's get started. Dan Hendrick is Director of Sales for Pro Trainings, and Dan, we're talking about prospecting cold calling with the instructors and skill evaluators and people considering becoming an instructor. Right. And the 3 points I'm really trying to get to is the prospecting cold calling. Does hard selling work in a non-push market world? And if not, then how do we do consultative selling? So let's talk about prospecting. Do they need to have high tech or software or a lot of expensive things to basically find prospective customers in the proper markets to be able to sell training to?
They really don't. I mean, as evidence, and probably what your viewers can't see, is this is all being recorded off an iPhone. A phone that records, it has video instruction, video capability, and I would think everybody's got a computer, very easy to render and to post out to the web. So it's not as involved as most people think. Your financial investment into technology like that is extremely limited. You do not need to go out and buy high-tech equipment to get the general purpose of it. So that'd be my primary recommendation.
And I've got Jody Marvin. He's our manager who oversees all of the training and compliance for Pro Trainings, but he also sets up a lot of skill evaluators as well as helping other corporate administrators working with Dan. Jody, tell us a little bit more about your success rates as it relates to really more educating the person to the types of training they need as it related to the days of old when you used to have to cold call for another position that you had with a different type of training company, and the effectiveness of that consultative process.
Yeah, I think as far as the consultative role is a great way to build your business and be able to prospect to get people to come to you. And what I mean by that is, first of all, you need to know what you're selling. You need to know when you say healthcare provider CPR, what is that? When you say lay rescuer CPR, lay responder, what is that? When you talk about our products, our Pro CPR, Pro First Aid Advanced, Pro First Aid, and Pro First Aid Basic, you need to know what the product includes, what the specific educational requirements are for those products. That's a big part of that consultative selling. And one of the things you need to do is basically reach out to people that you've known in the past, whether it be someone that's taken a class or someone you've taken a class with, or companies you've worked with, or maybe maybe you have children that play soccer, and maybe those coaches that have different places that they need CPR for. Talk to them. Being able to get out to the friends that you know, that's a great way to sell your classes. But again, knowing your product is the first step and be able to do that. For example, you need to know if you're going to a nursing center and you're going to sell a CPR certification class to them, what do they need? And so there's a little bit of research involved in that, and it's usually not too hard. You know, if you're doing this for a state that has like a CNA registry, look it up. You can look it up fairly easily in that state what their CNA registry requirements for CPR are. And you can ask the nursing center, who are they inspected by? And you can find those things out so that you can go in there with the knowledge to be able to say, I know that you need this type of CPR and I can provide it, and here's what we can do for you. And that's a great way to sell.
Push marketing versus a more social, friend to friend. You know, in your experience, do people that don't know you buy from you more than people that you do know, you have friendly conversations with, you can interact with? Just in a couple minutes, tell about that.
I think it definitely is more important to be referred by other people, friends, organizations that you've worked with. Reference letters are absolutely huge and very expected when you've been working with a client. Just indicate to them you're trying to grow your business. Would they be willing to write a reference letter? You can provide them a template, but otherwise it's just a couple paragraph promoting what it is that they like best about your services. But also asking them for additional references of other organizations that they communicate with, whether it's church groups or nursing homes or whatever. They have their own networks. Who else do they know that might want to benefit from what it is they do? That is far more valuable than truly opening up the yellow pages, finding a nursing home and making a call. Not that that's not worked before,
Sure.
But if you're looking for lower hanging fruit to call on, I think that certainly by reference is the preferred way to go.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. I know when I did a lot of cold calling previously, basically that's what I did. I opened the Yellow Pages and I started calling businesses within the area. In that type of marketing, you're going to make hundreds of calls and get a few responses that will actually respond to you based on people you've never known before. They have no connection with you. It works. It just takes more calls. But I find far more productive business happens when you go to someone that's looking for a class, go to someone that you know, go to someone that knows what you do, or so on and so forth. That personal connection means so much more, especially in today's age. People want to know that you have some kind of relationship with them in order to want to invite you in to do a class.
Yeah, it seems like sales go a lot better when they're ready to buy, they need it now, and they like you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope this helps. Great people here working right in-house here at Pro Trainings. I appreciate it. Dan, Jody, thanks for the time. And all of you instructors and skill evaluators out there, and even you entrepreneurs who are thinking about it. I hope this helps. We'll go deeper if you ask us more questions. So, from CPR Blogs and the Pro Trainings corporate offices, bye-bye.